Come on. There we go. Takes a while to boot up the mic for some reason. Hello! Welcome to my stream. And welcome me to my stream. Thank you very much, Revenant, for the warm welcome to my stream. I came dangerously close to starting this one today with my shirt inside out, but I caught it just in the nick of time. Sorry about that. For depriving you of that, I mean. Hello. Yes, please remember to like and subscribe and switch to live chat. Most importantly, that last one, because sometimes people's comments get eaten by the void, and even with live chat turned on, that will still probably happen, specifically to Revenant and or Elena. So, yeah, let's give them the best chances they have of being heard. We will start off with Weirdle as usual. We're gonna. What the fuck? Oh, I have the wrong window activated. We're gonna start with jumps. Well, probably shouldn't have done that, but it is always good to have that much information from the first clue. So, what? Lodge. I guess it's just you for now, Revenant. Welcome. Thanks for your support. Thanks for being here. Uh... Hmm. Is this a word? Nope. Hi, Demonic. Can't talk much? That is fine. You are welcome to lurk. So yesterday I took another I took the next class in that series of motion capture classes that I mentioned before. So I learned quite a lot. It's a very, very cool art form and much more different from standard acting than I was giving it credit for. There's so much specificity and technique involved. Hi, Pazer! Here too, but having a bit of a... I can't read that because... Did anybody ever figure out how to turn off the stupid thing where YouTube has a big heart that goes over top of people's words? Okay, a bit of a faff with myself. I'm sorry to hear about your faff. Yeah, and also Pazer, I'm sorry to everybody, but I know that Pazer doesn't check Discord as regularly, so I'm sorry to everyone that I did have to cancel the Siren watch party. So last minute, I just messed up my calendar and don't remember how to do things. But we will start that this coming Saturday instead. So my apologies for if anybody's schedule was disrupted by that. What the fuck is this word? Litchi. Licht. That's a word? Okay, well, I just got a lot of letters out of the way. Larva. La... Lanky. Alright! Jump King. Toggle off reactions. Boom. Thank you. Perfect. Okay. On to Jump King. So let's that and turn the music back on. Ba ba da ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Hi, Elena. I'm just here to say hi. Have a great stream, everyone. Jump. Sorry you can't say, but thank you very much for your contribution to the Jonathan Baruch Ice Cream Fund. Elena provided me with a $10 super thanks about €10 super thanks about an hour ago. Thank you very much. Dancing, dancing, dancing. Gotta love his idol animation. I hope I... Nope. 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 I was going to say I hope I remember like how the jumps feel in this game, but apparently I do not. So we will do this the hard way, all the way back from screen 15. I'm watching stream from my phone and replying on chat from my laptop, and I'd say missed a chance to say soul scribe, but 'tis a jump king night indeed. We jumpin'. Oh, we jumpin'. We gonna be jumping a lot. There's a danger with this game, which is that if you don't play it for 2 weeks, first thing you probably do when you boot the game back up is fall a lot. For example, I have already lost most of the progress in this save since I started stream. Isn't that fun? It's coming back. The muscle memory's coming back. How bad could it be? Hello, Aaliyah! Currently taking care of a big, stinky bastard. And later we'll be with you all. I'm trying to remember. Is the cat's name... Stevie? Or am I thinking of a different cat? Yeah! That was less painful than it sometimes has been in the past. Oh, Steve, not Stevie. I've read Siren in manga, so I wouldn't be so behind. Oh, okay. Well, you aren't behind at all, because I wasn't able to do it. Oh. Yeah! No! You almost got it. Now, 18-ish years old. Jeez, that is old for a cat. He is a champion. A veteran of cat kind. Oh my god. My last sentence made my mind jerk and break. It was a pretty terrible sentence, yeah. Oh no. Siren anime so goated I actually bought the anime OST CD. Nice. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know much of anything about it. I just know the main character's look. And I know that it's cozy. And I know that it's fantasy. And that's about it. I pretty much just said everything I know about Siren. Oh no. Yeah! Nice. Okay. You know? I got to this point a lot faster than I did in the previous stream, I'm pretty sure. So, that's good. I've made back everything I lost. Well. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've made back everything I lost. Yeah! Let's go! Yeah! Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I don't remember. Okay, we're gonna jump left. Left. Right. Right. Left. Oh no, this screen. I remember this screen. Oh. Out. Oh, out. Oh, It sounded like Mumbo Jumbo from Banjo-Kazooie. Oh. I think my mind's finally trying to settle into the word order. I too think it's Steve, rather than I think it's Steve too, because the latter would some contrarian circumstance. That's not a sentence. You're so good at jinxing yourself. I really am. It is a stellar OST. I recommend Zoltrack and Well-Earned Celebration. Nice. Every time you get here, I get jump scared because the bells of the scream are identical to the ones in my city. Wouldn't it be wild if they actually, like, sampled the bells in your city for this game? I mean, it's almost impossible that that would be the case, but that would be crazy, even. Oh no. Oh no. How was everyone's week? Missed the first day due to sniffles, but I went to Otaku Fest today. Nice. Pretty awesome. Lots of cosplayers, merch vendors. Got to display my Gundam with the local Gundam club. That's awesome. I'm glad you got to do that. Always nice to find like-minded people with something you care about. I'm doing pretty well. I'm also a little sniffly, but otherwise I've gotten over my cold from last week, which is good. Especially because usually when I get a cold, I'm sick for about 2 weeks. So, pushed my way through this one faster than usual. I wonder if it's a coincidence that I haven't been sick since before quarantine. Yeah! Here we are. Yeah! I'm a god! Oh. And sometimes gods die. Oh. Eh. 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 No! Is the mocap class a weekly thing? No, I took the first class about a month ago, and I took the second class yesterday, and I cannot afford to continue taking the classes, so it's gonna be a while before I take the one after that in the series. There's a total of 5 classes. I'd really like to take all 5, because the final one is a, it's a focus on cutscene acting as opposed to like in-game animations, and they actually like put you in a motion capture suit and help you capture footage for a reel. And so not only is it just helpful at its face, but it also has the added benefit of making it look like you... Oh my god. It has the added benefit of making it look like you've worked in motion capture already, even if that isn't true. So that's definitely a long-term goal of mine. There's two kinds of motion capture acting in general. One is cinematics, and one is in-game. And I am not strong enough to be an in-game mocap actor, at least not for, like, the entirety of a character. It's one thing to capture a walk cycle. Oh, no. It's one thing to capture a walk cycle. It's another thing oh, no. It's another thing entirely to capture battle animations. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Creature animations are super fun. I really like being a monster. The trouble is, some monsters are very physically difficult to be, and I just don't have very much upper body strength. I'm working on that, but it's a slow process, as anyone who has ever tried to get strong knows. Also, for better and for worse, I have a lot of trouble putting on weight, so it is difficult to actually get stronger at things. For me. Ah! How much maybe we can help? That's so fucking sweet. Thank you. Oh my god. How much? I don't remember off the top of my head, actually, but, you know, several hundred USD per class. Let's see. Apparently, Yoko Shimomura is in Norway? Yo, go say hi. Was that screen 25? I was not keeping track. I don't think so. My friend got to get a signed copy of Xenoblade. Excuse me, what the fuck? Ugh. Signed copy of Xenoblade Chronicles by Yoko Shimomura herself? Oh my god. Like, today. That's awesome. I impulse bought concert tickets to Nobuo Uematsu's band Kontiki, who will play in Sandefjord? Is that how you say that? In November. I've seen the mocap work one actor did for Genshin. That's really cool. Screen 10! This one here is screen 18. Oh, we didn't quite fall to screen 10 that time, did we, Pacer? I'm sorry. Oh, no. My friend had a great day today, but I'm not even close to that town, so I haven't attended. Makes sense. You're super lucky in Revenant. What's the name of the concert? That is very, very cool. I'm pretty sure my roommate said that at one point I can't remember if he met Yoko Shimomura or if he got to hear her play. It was one of the two. But that was years ago. That might have even been before Xenoblade Chronicles. Oh no. My thumb spasmed. I lost it all. Pretty spot on with Sandefjord? Yay! No one would misunderstand you with that mispronunciation. Yeah! Yeah. I've actually been wondering if you were talking about motion capture for Genshin, or Genshin, I wonder if there's any motion capture at all for ZZZ, because I mean the running animations are one thing, but I feel like no human being is capable of the shit that ZZZ characters do on a regular basis. So I don't even know how you would mocap that. I think that must just be raw animation. For some reason, my brain thought you were leading into can't remember if my friend met Yoko or Yoko met him. Which was it? Eh. It's not a part of the Distant Worlds world tour, so it's just Kontiki concert med Nobuo Uematsu, literally Kontiki concert with Nobuo Uematsu. Yeah, Distant Worlds isn't even associated with Nobuo Uematsu in any official sense, I don't think. Right? Isn't Distant Worlds just a fan orchestra that has the blessing of Square Enix? IIRC? Ah! Fuck! No, I thought I was gonna overshoot that. Oh, doesn't matter. Screen 10! Screen 10! You're welcome, Pazer. Got that nice fire in the hearth. Oh. Did any of you guys see the Charles Cornell video where he finally took a look at Chrono Trigger and it just blew him away? That was a fun video. Hey, Fleta! How you doing? Good to see ya. Welcome to Bargainburg. You know what just occurred to me? The Siren song of Bargainburg can only be heard from above. You can't hear it from below. And from a game design perspective, I understand. They didn't want to give it away before it was time. But in universe, what the hell? That doesn't make any sense. Whoa! Great to see you too. I feel like I've been kind of distant on the Discord server. I feel bad that I haven't been able to hang out as much with everybody lately, but as you know, I'm going through some shit. Oh, god damn it. Both in and out of game. I haven't been able to spend as much time with everybody as I'd like, but you know, in time that will change. It's just rough for me right now, but I'm hopeful. I'm going through a medication change right now, and I think it's helping. It's way too soon to tell for sure, but it seems like it's helping, which would be wonderful. Probably is. They can still mocap animations and use that as a base in Maya or Blender. You can easily use the performance as a great start point for more extravagant actions. It's all just XYZ values you can adjust on a chart. Yeah, for sure, but I mean, we're talking like, you know, flipping several times through the air before landing a strike from a height of like 20,000 feet. Not 20,000, more like, okay. The point is, it's like, it's constant anime bullshit. It's not even that you have to exaggerate the actions, it's like the actions themselves at a fundamental level cannot be done by people. some of the time. But a lot of it you definitely could do as a person in this world. But you know, it's so easy for anime characters to, like, for example, do a standing backflip without any prep time and recovering like half a second after they start. I guess you could still use... You could still definitely use an actual backflip as reference, but I don't know if you could use it as a base for those animations. Maybe you could. I'm not an animator. I don't know shit. You are going through some tough shit. Yeah, my brother in Christ, half the screens. You're not joking, though. I have gone through half the screens that I have cleared in this stream. Is what I started on screen 19. I got past that to 20, 21, 22, 23. I've seen screen 23 this stream. I've also seen screen 9 this stream. So I have seen almost 2/3 of the screens I've cleared in this game, in this stream, and we're only half an hour in, and I've already seen most of my progress and had to redo it. What's my playthrough time right now? I've been playing this game for 10 hours and could get back to this spot in half an hour now. I don't know if that's called progress or patheticness, but it's one of the two. Maybe even both. Anyway, what astounds me about this is, well, my perception of Norway and some backwater. I wouldn't consider Norway a backwater. And somehow Japanese video game composers are coming here more often than I knew of. That's cool. To the very same town. Wow, a small town usually considered to be tiny and somewhat pretty idyllic, but still nice. Yeah, I'll be honest, when I think of Norway, I think of Oslo, and I forget every other city, so. Sorry. Medication is serious. Hell yeah. Especially with how pharma is in the US. Yeah. Yeah. I'm fortunate in that right now I'm on an insurance plan that covers my prescription costs completely, which is wonderful. But just the science of it is still very difficult. We are still at a place with psychoactive medication where it really is trial and error from individual to individual, and even knowing what works for your blood relatives doesn't necessarily help. Like, I've been on Wellbutrin since 2019, and it's been very helpful for me with some minor side effects. Whereas my sister took it for like a week, and it almost destroyed her life. So there really is just no telling until you try, and that is hopefully not always going to be the case, but that's just where science is at right now with it. It's called getting good? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what we'll say. I'm super good at Jump King now. Look how good I am at Jump King. Absolutely okay to forget every other city. Ah, yes, the country of Oslo, right next to Sweden. Damn, that's hard. For real. It's Garbo, man. Maybe in, I don't know, 2150, we'll have a better idea of how to prescribe, mental health drugs. But for now, we just keep hitting things with hammers, and we're like, did that hurt? No? Okay, then it's probably working. And it's a slow process too, because like even though I am going up on this new medication, I have to do it slowly because I'm also slowly coming off of my previous medication, which I've been on since 2013, and so I can't just stop that one, or that would cause more problems than it solved. So it's a slow process even under the best of circumstances. Fuck. Hope everything's okay. It is okay. It is not worse than okay. It is not better than okay. Screen 24! Screen 25! I've never gotten this far! A fellow jumper? How unusual! I salute you for coming this far, but I am afraid this is the end of the road for us. Just wait until you see what is ahead. Oh no. I will wait here. Oh god. That is not encouraging. Oh, neither is that. Oh, neither is that. I guess screen 25 really is the end of the road, huh? Oh no. Hey. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh no. Gotta catch up, gotta catch up. Oslo's metropolitan area and commute area covers a population of 1 million-ish. We have at least 2 to 4 other kinds of larger cities in Norway. But yeah. I mean, that's pretty freaking big. That's a quarter the size of the Los Angeles metropolitan area. Which, I don't know if you know this, but LA is pretty big. Sounds great. Anyway, didn't hear about him making a new band called Kontiki. Kontiki does sound familiar to me, but I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if I've heard about it in this context before. Oh no. I'm just glad that you have a path you're walking at all. I do have a path, yes. I have a plan, and I am executing it, and that's what I've got right now. Jury's out on whether it's a good plan. But it's the best I have right now, and it's one I'm capable of seeing through. Oh no. See Mexico. Oh my god, I love that. Oh no, why did I look away? Why? And why did I do this shit? Ah! Oh, come on. Ah! One of the things I'm kind of paranoid about with motion capture is that, motion capture is often used for very dramatic projects where, like, the characters are, in extremely high-stakes situations that really could be life or death, or worse. Um, and what that translates to is a lot of screaming, which I'm not really used to doing. And so, although I am relatively confident that I'm not doing anything to my voice that it can't handle, it's hard for me to know for sure because there is a sort of rawness and tenderness that comes with my voice afterwards. And I can't tell if that's because I'm hurting myself or if it's just because my voice isn't used to doing that and I need to build up stamina. It's hard to know where to draw the line. And the stakes are high because if you do stuff to your voice you really shouldn't do to your voice, there could be permanent consequences after not very much time. If you know Erica Mendez, she voiced the main character in Kill la Kill in the English dub, and she she permanently hurt her voice. There are some things she can't do with her voice anymore, and she's like, yeah, you know, not worth it. There are other ways to make a character sound gruff, and you should do those. Don't get me wrong, she can still talk, she still acts, but, you know, there are some things that her voice just can't do anymore, and that sucks when that's your livelihood. Fortunately, she's gonna be fine. She's got a very successful career. Oh no. Hi, Pedro. Hop Prince and his court. I am feeling less sick today, thank you. Much less sick. Kontiki was also the expeditionary vessel fancy raft made by a Norwegian social anthropologist. Oh wow, that is quite a coincidence. Huh. 1947, that was a good year. 1947 is when I met my wife. Damn it. What are you looking at? Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Ah! Don't worry about it. That's fine. I wanted that to happen. For dramatic stakes. Be right, B. Gotta... Be right, B. Gotta take care of a chore! See you later. Alright, Aaliyah, take care. See you soon. Howdy, Paisy. Bye, Aaliyah. Oh. How be things in Texas? Okay, alright. No, yeah, it's been a while since I fell below screen 19. I had to be reminded of my place in life. Ah! Oh my god. I'm really not a fan of screen 17. I wonder what screen I've fallen from the most. This is screen 17, by the way. Oh, fuck. Alright. Okay. No, Well, I'm glad I called that out when I had the chance, because it's going to be a while before we see screen 17 again. Oh no. I sweat in my car after sitting in it for 2 seconds. That sounds right. Did you have to park in the sun somewhere? For the first time in my life, I'm living somewhere with an underground parking lot. So I actually don't have to worry about oven car until I park somewhere else and have to get into it after an errand or something. Yesterday I bought a Subway sandwich at lunch, and I only ate half of it because I knew that we were going to be exercising. And so I put the rest of it in my car because I knew that it would work as an oven and keep it warm for when I wanted the rest of it for dinner. And that is exactly what happened. Svalbard isn't supposed to be room temperature. Yeah, the world is in bad shape. And you better hope we can all adapt, because the people responsible don't give a shit. Will YouTube flag your stream for keywords? I don't know. I'm not sure what that has to do with... Oh, I missed that. Maori cultures and etc. I didn't see that earlier from Interrevenant. I can't really comment on that. I don't have any information. I don't live in a place with many covered parking spots, so it's always parked under the sun. God, I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds miserable. No, I don't think YouTube's gonna flag it. It let you talk, at least. That's a good start. I would love 68 degrees for temperature. That's winter over here, basically. 68 degrees is a wonderful temperature. Fahrenheit, obviously. My ideal temperature is definitely high 60s. There's some people in LA who think that's freezing, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? I remember there was one day where I was a background actor on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and there was an episode that they were filming at Raging Waters, which is a water slide theme park. And so we got there at like 5 a.m. It was before dawn, and we were all just standing around in swimsuits. And, you know, surprisingly, we were cold. And I remember this guy turned to his friend who lived in Russia most of his life, and he was like, "You must be fine, right?" And he's like, "No. No, you live outside the cold for like a year and you lose all tolerance for it." Ain't that just the way? Oh, so close. God fucking damn it. 68 in C, you're just dead, for real. And to treat tourists kindly in Philippines, that's good. Oh no. There was a snowstorm in Siberia or something, and the freezing winds managed to reach all the way and make it cool here during the day for once. Wow. The Philippines are not known for being chilly, are they? Any northerners who move here make fun of us at first, but after a year they're right with us shivering. Ha ha, suckers. Not about people who live in the heat being weak. It's about people who live in the heat living in the heat. Oh. Oh. Eh. Oh, oh, eh, ah, oh. It really is one of... I think I've probably said this on stream before. It really is one of my favorite facts in all of history that, like, even though, like, based on the discussion we're currently having, this does make sense. This is valid. But it sounds so funny that Napoleon tried to invade Russia, but then went home because he got cold. That's just funny. I'm sorry. It was a good call. His army probably would have died if he didn't turn around, but holy shit, that's funny. Oh. The average day temperature is high 20 to 30. Ooh! Ooh! That's hot. Special key for the degree symbol is Alt 248. Pretty nifty. Oh. I don't remember any of the alt codes for Unicode characters. I should. There are several I use very often, like sharps and flats. I always have to look up the sharp and flat signs and copy paste them. A bit reductionist, yeah. Reducing history to little anecdotes makes many things funny. True. Now I'm thinking of other ways you could do it, and I'm thinking like World War One. Some dude shot a dude, so people had to shoot more dudes. That's World War One. Why Q indeed? Oh, you made an Yeah, the Unicode music note is actually not useful to me. I've never put that in one of my videos. There's never been a need. No! Damn it. A pixel's worth of miscalculation and oh gods, I am but destroyed. Oh cool, we're gonna see more of the game. Now we've seen screens 6 through 25. Now we've seen screens 5 through 25. We have seen 25. We have seen... You know, fuck it. Let's go all the way down. We're starting from scratch. We're starting from scratch, and I want to see how long it takes. What time is it right now in the stream? 52:27. We're going to see how long it takes me to get back to screen 25. Or at least screen 19, because that's where I started stream. Oh. Does this work? Nope. Does this work? Nope. Does this work? Yeah. Ooh, first try. Aw, fuck me. I haven't seen you in this place before. There you go. Now you've seen the entire game as far as I've been able to get through it in Rev. Wow, he's so good, he went all the way to the beginning on purpose just to show off his jump skills. I know, right? What can I say? I like a challenge. No! It's really impressive how many obstacles you managed to avoid all the way down. You know, I'm gonna hand that to the game designer, because it's not always immediately obvious since you guys aren't the ones holding the controller, but I cannot change the direction of the character at all when he's falling. Unless his feet are actively on the ground, I can't do anything. I can only wait unless his feet are actively on the ground. Oh! So there are some places where, like, making a certain mistake from a certain platform inevitably will bring you down, like, 5 screens at a time. That's just how the game is made. Ah! 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 Pain, Pecco. Oh. Oh god, come on! Hey, it's screen 10, Pazer's favorite. Went back here just for you, Pazer. If I pause, will it... Okay. I just want to check on the time. So, okay. So, I've been going for about 5 minutes since I said I would... About 4.5 minutes since I said I would do this. So, we'll say I started at 11 hours, 5 minutes, and... I forgot how to math. 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 seconds is what we'll say. Let me catch up on chat. Hi, Asta. I'm sorry I missed your entry. Yes, I am also stuck there. Um, oh yeah, the Christmas truce was pretty special. Um, think of the rats in the trenches instead. The rat swarms were something bad enough that they killed and ate cats, dogs, and even injured people. Nice. Now you have made me remember Plague Tale, a game with swarms of rats with a story designed to make you sad. Yeah, I need to play that. I can't remember if I have it or if it's on my wish list, but it's one of the two. It's all about the initial conditions of your fall from the very beginning, so you aimed perfectly, is what you're saying. Yes. I close the stream to do chores. I open the stream and it's the same screen. That's dedication. Yes, the screen has not changed once since you walked away. That's true. That's true. Anyway. Ah! Okay, so I'm going off the game timer. We're checking my speed run from screen 1 to 25 based on the assumption that I started at hour 11, minute 5, 20 seconds. Yeah, Bargainburg. I get it. Ah! Ah! No! Fucker. Oh, god damn it. God damn it! What happens if you press give up? I don't know, actually. I'm not gonna do it, because this game immediately autosaves. That's the premise. Believe it or not, when I went back to screen 1, that was not an erasure of all of my progress. Most of it, but there are two things that persist. One is that... Here, I'll show you guys. I showed this once before, but there's actually a little secret I found here. And if you go up through that area, you end up in this snowy place. I can't go any further because I can't go any further because the platforms get icy and I do not have the boots from Mr. Bargainburg that will help me keep tread. Ah! However, when I went up that way, I did get something. I'm not sure what it was. It was just like a glowing lump on the ground. And when I touched it, it went ding! And I assume that has some kind of significance. And then in terms of the crow that keeps flying away with a coin, I need to catch that crow eventually. Because if I can get one coin, then I can buy the boots that will make it easier for me to go up on the icy platforms. And so far I haven't found a way to actually catch the crow, but I've been periodically chasing it higher and higher through the game, and I assume that that is some kind of progress. Dings are always significant in video games, yes. Oh no. This is true. Someone's angry in the background there? Yeah. Yep. My roommate screams, that's what they do. I have done everything I can to reduce the bleed, and there's just only so much I can do. Sort of. They are doing a class. They are teaching a class. Hi, Aurea! How you doing? I do scream for different reasons. It is fact. Ah! Like that. I am not under threat of collateral evisceration. No, my apartment's actually quite peaceful. There's no drama here. Yeah. How dare you not have any drama? Such insolence! Yeah, I'm one of those really obnoxious people who's like, oh, fighting for no reason? Not my thing. Isn't that awful of me? No, that's actually very important to me. It's very important to me that I do not have any sort of like active contention or discomfort in my living situation. Partly for obvious reasons, and partly because I'm just very uncomfortable with confrontation. And I'll confront people when it's necessary, but I don't want it to be necessary where I live because that's where I should be comfortable, you know? So it's very, very important to me that I get along well with my roommates. And I do. Uh, I started stream mentioning something dangerous. I did? Then my brain immediately assumed something life-threatening that would be bad. I don't think I ever said the word dangerous. Did I, really? Did I? What could I have been talking about? Ah! How dare you as a response to almost anything, for real. Ah! I mean, don't get me wrong. I very rarely remember my own words. But I really don't think I said dangerous at any point during this stream. Go back and check? Please feel free. Oh. Ah! God damn it. I keep trying to split focus and it's not going great. Fuck. Fuck! Ah! Man, I'm so tired of repeating some of these screens. Ah. The most important part is to not lose your dignity while being brutalized, humiliated by the game over and over again. Nah. A game could never take my dignity. That's not true. League of Legends can take my dignity. Pongo still really wants me to play League of Legends. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm not saying never, but probably never. I've played dozens of hours of League of Legends, and I'm still very bad at it. For me, the issue is my creep score mechanics. I'm really bad at clearing waves, and so even though I'm better than other players of my like I would say that my macro isn't great, and my creep scoring isn't great, but my micro is actually much better than the other two. Like, I would say I'm probably... I mean, I'm not good at the game, but I would say that when it comes to just, like, dueling one-on-one, I'm probably, like, high silver. The problem is that I'm, like... What do they call it when it's worse than bronze? My creep scoring is, probably, like, mid-iron. And my rotations are probably low bronze. So I end up being around bronze, which is frustrating because, you know, I can follow pings, and I can hold my own in a one-on-one if we're equally matched in terms of stats. But because my creep scoring is really bad, I am always behind my lane partner. And that's bad. So I just have to play around the assumption that I am not going to be able to hold my own against my lane partner for much of the game. Unless I play support, which I do. Support's fine, but I don't always want to play support. I really like mid lane. And it stinks because, like, you know, people say, you just gotta practice, you've just gotta follow these tips, you've just gotta do this. And I'm sure that's true for most people. It's not for me. I have spent many hours trying to practice my creep score, and I do not improve. I cannot creep score. It's really funny because I don't even feel like I'm doing badly. I feel like I'm doing really well, and then I look at the numbers and I'm just not, objectively. So that became frustrating enough for me that I was ready to stop playing the game. Because creep scoring is not satisfying. When you do it really well, it's not exciting. It's not a fun part of the game. It's just something that you have to do. And so the fact that it's the thing that's holding me back and making me perform worse than people who are actually terrible in terms of, like, their decision-making skills, it feels bad because, you know, here I am not able to hold my own against people with worse tactic sense than I have. Because I can't last hit little boogers on the field that don't matter. That's not fun. That's the opposite of fun. So I am not interested in playing League of Legends. I really liked Heroes of the Storm, where last hitting didn't matter. But when Heroes of the Storm destroyed their pro game, their esports scene for no reason, all of my friends just lost interest in playing the game and stopped. And I kept playing by myself for a while, but I'd rather play single-player games than play multiplayer games without friends, so I stopped. And now I don't have a MOBA. And that's sad. But also, I have so many games going on right now. I've got ZZZ to keep up with. I am partway through a replay of Twilight Princess. I'm finally returning to Horizon Zero Dawn, which is the first game I streamed on YouTube. But I stopped because I got to a difficulty spike, and I was just like, I'm gonna have to do this on my own time when I can play it more often. Fuck me. God damn it! Shit! I've got a lot of games. I haven't even been doing Steam Roulette. You guys remember Steam Roulette? I gotta catch up. I read Brutalized there, yeah, right. I played with a friend a few times who explained everything and I still don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, that sounds like League of Legends. As someone who comes from Dota 2, LOL's spiritual brother, not recommended to play alone. Yeah. I used to play games like Call of Duty, but I realized that I don't enjoy the sweat fest, and I've grown to appreciate simpler, less stressful games like Genshin Impact, Reverse 1999, and ZZZ. Yeah, all of those are good games. Forget mechanics, which one was your favorite character? I really liked playing Vel'Koz, who's the tentacle monster. I really enjoyed his kit. I liked the geometry of his Q. That's really it. I really loved the geometry of his Q, and his ult is extremely long distance, and because I was always playing against people with worse micro than me, they very rarely remembered how long my ult was, so they would think that they were respecting my range, and I would just press R, and they suddenly had almost no health, and it was very funny. I also played a lot of Vigar, who has a similar kit. My favorite supports were Soraka and maybe Zyra. I would play Vel'Koz mid, not support. Speaking of ZZZ, did you enjoy the new story mission? No, to be honest. There were parts of it I really liked. I fell in love with Jane Doe's animations. I'm definitely going to be pulling for her. I'm not pulling for Qingyi at all. I'm saving up my polychromes for Jane Doe. We're only like, what, 3, 4... Wait. Oh no, we're a full week into this patch now. But yeah, we are 1/3 of the way from the beginning of the patch to Jane Doe's drop, and I've already saved up 25 pulls. So I'm excited. I feel hopeful that I could be able to get her. But who knows? I could lose my 50-50. We'll find out. And then I also really, really, really want to get Bernice based on the leaks that we've seen so far. I'm gonna save up for her instead of getting Caesar, even though I like Caesar too. But anyway, in terms of the story, I honestly, I'm actually I'm so unimpressed by ZZZ's story that I actually considered making a video essay about how bad the writing is, but I decided against it since I would like to be sponsored by them ever again, maybe. And also, that's not really on brand for my channel. But Jesus Christ, Qingyi's agent story in general was, I thought, some of the worst writing the game's ever seen. It was inconsistent, it was nonsensical, it was childish, it was garbage. But Fairy had some funny lines. I like Fairy. Where was I? My CS is fine for the most part, but the infinitesimal chance of getting randoms to cooperate makes it feel like a petulant rat race. League is a petulant rat race. That's a great way to describe it. When I play Dota with my friends, I usually choose... I don't know any of the characters in Dota, actually. I don't like full support, but I don't want to be a carry either. Fair enough. You went back to Zero Dawn. Where are you at? I got... Honestly, I'm still about as far as I was when I stopped streaming, but I've done much more on the way there, if that makes sense. So, like, I just got to Meridian for the first time, but I've done a lot more along the way. Like, I've done 2 of the cauldrons, which are really cool. I love the cauldrons. They're awesome. And I didn't even do one of them when I was streaming, because I wasn't really paying attention to side stuff and like menu management stuff because it was the first time I'd streamed a game, and I was like, no, I've got to keep going, going, going. I don't have time to read through stuff in menus, and that's silly, but that's what I felt at the time. And so now I'm going through and taking my time and being like, oh wait, no, I should go off the beaten path and do this because that's going to make me much stronger, and then it does. League of Legends, that game stinks. What a time sink. Boots up Escape from Tarkov. I don't know Escape from Tarkov except by name. ZZZ is fun mechanics but lackluster story. Yeah, I would say so. I liked the story though, no brain story. I don't like Jane Doe, so I will not pull for her, neither for the cat boy. I I mean, I will pull for the cat boy by nature of the fact that I'm gonna pull for Jane Doe because they're on the same banner. Yeah, the cauldrons are super fun. I as usual, I don't judge anybody who likes stuff that I don't. I am actually envious that you like stuff that I don't, because that's just more ways for you to enjoy life than I have access to. But yeah, I really like the story for ZZZ started okay, got a tiny bit better, and then for me it fell flat and got worse. And like for me, the biggest thing a story can do to make me stop giving a shit about any of it at all is have inconsistent lore. Because when a story has inconsistent lore, depending on how inconsistent it is, it could be anything from like an annoying plot hole to what we have in ZZZ, which is where the rules are so inconsistently upheld and character decisions are so inconsistent with themselves that nothing in the game actually matters because like usually somebody like if somebody dies in a story, usually that has implications like, oh no, now I won't see them again. Now we have to mourn them. Now we have to deal with the other characters mourning them. What's that going to have in terms of effect on the themes? What's that going to have in terms of effect on the story? Where do we go from here? And all of those are interesting questions to answer. But if you undo death without any real foreshadowing that you're going to, what's the point of killing them at all? Because at that point, you're telling the audience, you're essentially lying to the audience and telling them that uh, you're establishing a sense of reality that you don't plan to respect. And so, how can the audience give a shit about anything if you've proven that you can change everything at the drop of a hat? At that point, it's not storytelling. At that point, it's a sequence of visual like vignettes that happen to have a lot of the same characters. And that's what ZZZ has become for me. It's become a bunch of vignettes. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you are, like, for me, that works really well with, like, Nichijou. Nichijou is a show that is a series of vignettes because it's just about being comfy and laughing at cute girls. Like, that's the entire show. It's not trying to tell a story. But ZZZ is arguably trying to tell a story. And it's not doing that. So that's my review. Oh, position 4. Got it. You came dangerously close to starting stream. Oh, right at the very beginning. Yeah, but what I said was I came dangerously close to starting stream with my shirt inside out. You can't just delete the rest of that sentence. Oh, but you immediately jumped to something imminently bad. Fair enough. Sorry about that. What if it's a sense of reality like in Joker or American Psycho? That's different. Because at that point, that's like pointed thematic ambiguity where the point is that it's an unreliable narrator and it's really disturbing to think of and thought-provoking to think about the realities. And also a crucial difference there is the writer is very conscious that they're putting in ambiguity and uncertainty, and that is the point. That's not what's happening in ZZZ. In ZZZ, one of the only rules of the lore is that you can't spend a long time in a hollow or else you risk turning into an ethereal. And yet, this gang has their headquarters in a hollow. There are like 2 rules in the lore of ZZZ, and they can't even follow those. And then in Qing Yi's story, she like her whole thing through the whole side quest is um this idea that like artificial intelligence isn't real life and that machines, regardless of their level of sophistication, are inherently replaceable. And yet she goes out of her way to save Bang Boo that don't mean anything to her and says like I'm going to save every citizen as she is killing citizens to rescue machines that she says aren't citizens. So she's inconsistent with herself within the same plot arc. It's garbage, frankly. It's bad writing, and I don't have patience for it. Uh, I love that I asked you forget mechanics, which character was your favorite, and then you speak only about a character whose mechanics you enjoyed. Oh, you were talking about lore? I don't know the lore of League of Legends. Agree to disagree, but also remember that it's a gotcha game. Ooh, you triggered me, Aaliyah. You triggered me. Remember that remember that I made a 30-minute video about Honkai Star Rail raising the bar for gotcha games, and that's something that should be something we do, and we shouldn't accept mediocrity for gotcha games just because it's the norm. Remember that? Ironically, Honkai Star Rail's story also got worse. Ah. One day we'll have a gotcha game with a genuinely good story, but I might be dead by then. Hi, Pad! You know what still puzzles me about ZZZ's storytelling? They said that these videotapes are essentially videotapes that you watch on TV, but these characters also exist in real life. Yeah, that's a good point. So it's still hard to understand either what happens in those videotapes is canon, or if it's just a reenactment or of a movie. My interpretation of it has been that I think it's stuff that actually did happen, but they just didn't want to include it at specific points in the chronology of the main story, so they wanted to make it, like Genshin character stories, where you just put them into the story wherever it makes sense for you as the player. But yeah, it doesn't make sense that those stories would be on tape, because they're not walking around with camcorders, so how would that stuff be on tape? But that part doesn't bother me. That's not really a big part of the lore, that's just a framing mechanic that doesn't quite make sense, but I'm okay with that. It's when the story doesn't. It's when like fiction aside, framing mechanics aside, it's when the cutscenes of one plot arc contradict each other that I just stop caring completely. Because again, at that point, nothing that happens actually has any consequence or significance because the authors make it clear that they're just going to do whatever they want anyway. So why should I care what the logical consequences of something would be if they're probably not going to apply? Why should I care if someone becomes an ethereal if they're probably just going to like pull out some voodoo magic and be like, "Oh, we turned them back." And to be fair, they haven't done that in the story, but I'll be real, I'm expecting it to happen at some point. Honky Donkey Star Train, that's the one. Dota 2 recently introduced facets makes playing my favorite position 4 feel bad early game. I don't know anything about Dota. Spiraling thinking about all this. Oh yeah, I spiral. Pays and Pad present at the same time, so they're not each other's superhero? What? I think you're missing a little point. Those raiders had anti-corruption serum, and the helmets are designed to help it. If you read the notes and the backstory, you would know that a lot of corruptions are from the eyes and head. Oh, okay, fair enough. No, you're right. I didn't know that. You're right. I didn't know that. That explains the helmets. I had no idea. From my point, it's like imagining yourself as a character of a book or a movie, but still, depending on it, is it a movie or not, we can judge it differently. Wait, what? I'm not sure what I don't think I understand what that was in reference to. Okay, no, that's totally fair, Leah. I didn't know that. You're right. I missed that in the notes. But I'm not willing to say that Like, there's not a way to explain all of the character motivations and character actions. The theme is just very inconsistent. Like, there's no way that the same Ching Yi that is like very interested in efficiency and resource effectiveness and all of that, and like always puts human life before machine life. There's no way to justify that that character would devote resources from the public security sector to helping Bang Boo that nobody asked her to help. That doesn't make sense. Well, except like a little girl. And they don't even it doesn't even seem like she's doing it because she values the Bang Boo's lives. It seems like she's doing it because a little girl asked her to please help her find her lost item. That's not something Ching Yi would do. Um, and furthermore, it's very strange to me that Phaethon uh, was so insistent on like making Ching Yi, not making Ching Yi, but like on getting this Bang Boo. I don't understand why they were so invested in it, to the point where when Ching Yi wasn't available, they wanted to get other officers involved. They wanted multiple officers to stop what they were doing and go find a little girl's lost item. That doesn't make sense. That's not what responsible people do. And it's all in service of the very childish, like, everybody should be helped no matter what. Even though that's naive and idealistic and not interesting. And I'm just tired of childish stories in games that are for like teens and adults. And that I understand that that's a personal thing. I understand that some people do just want simple blah, 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 simple escapism. But I don't. That's not the kind of story I'm interested in. And given that some of the lore in ZZZ is really cool, I'm sad that that's really all we have. But that's what it is, so I can't complain about it, really. It is what it is. I mostly play Spirit Breaker. I don't know shit. Oh, I missed someone's birthday. Happy belated birthday, Revenant! I haven't played the special story yet. Maybe I will do a deep dive into lore in general, because I think we still don't get the full picture. I do think we don't get the full picture, but I also have very little faith that if I were to dive deep into the lore, it would be very rewarding for me. Based on the history, the track record that Hoyoverse stories have, I would love to be proven wrong about this. I genuinely want to be wrong about this, but based on the stories that Hoyoverse has given in the past, my guess is that if I were to dive really deep into the lore, it still wouldn't make sense. It would just not make sense in a different way. You know, like maybe some of the things that I think don't have answers do have answers, but then those things raise questions and those questions don't have answers, or so on. Basically, the position 4 I like playing needs mana to cast his spells, so he's mana dependent, but he has a facet that requires him to be around dying creeps in order to get back mana. Feels bad, oh man. Weird side point, the way you held your glass sort of looked like a bow hold. What? I don't even know how to... Huh. You're welcome, I guess. Anyway. Ow! I'll try to look further into it. And honestly, like, Aaliyah, please do tag me if you find stuff that proves that I'm just a crotchety old man. Tell me. I won't stop being a crotchety old man, but I will start admitting that that's what I am instead of acting like it's a problem of the game. Because it's very possible that all of this is just me not getting what I personally want. And at that point, I'm just whining, not criticizing. And I'd like to know which one I'm doing. It's important to me to know which one I'm doing. And let me be clear, I adore the gameplay of Zenless Zone Zero. I mean, that's why I'm playing it every day to do my dailies, even if it's just for a few minutes at a time. One of my favorite things about the combat in Zenless Zone Zero is that you can go like a full minute without repeating a single animation, and it's still good gameplay. Like, you can make the gameplay actually interesting for an uninitiated third party to watch in Zenless Zone Zero. That's impressive. That's freaking impressive. It all looks so good. That game looks so good. And when it looks good, it feels good, you know what I'm saying? Crotchety old man trademark. Pretty sure it'll be like it'll be like Persona games, but stretched to many years. What do you mean? If you raise the tip of your elbow even more while drinking, it looks even more like a bow draw. Okay, I believe you. I don't know anything about archery. Oh, funny story. So yesterday when I was in my motion capture class, we were supposed to do an exercise where we think of a hero, and then we perform a scene as that hero, like an obstacle course kind of scene. Very cool exercise. I misunderstood the assignment. I thought they meant hero like protagonist. They meant hero like superhero. So I did Link from Zelda. Among like 2 Catwomans, 2 Batmans, a Black Panther, Scarlet Witch, and Link. Oops. It was fun, though. Thankfully, the teacher's very chill, and he understands that in motion capture, the best stuff comes from like thinking outside of the box and bringing your own creativity to it. So he was like, sure. And thank God he said sure, because I did not have time to think of a way to go through that obstacle course as a completely different character. God damn it! Fuck! You will know more about archery after we're done with you. That sounds like a threat. Ah! Ah. Oh, fuck me. God damn it. Shit. It's all good. Yeah, I never played Dota 2 because I heard that it's very unforgiving, even compared to League. And League is plenty unforgiving for my tastes. Thank you very much. Is it a threat to you or your wallet? Definitely my wallet. No, also to me. Because the energy I have to spend on different things in my life is extremely limited right now. Hence my hiatus. So, literally everything I do has an opportunity cost. I mean, that's true of everybody all the time, but it's especially pronounced for me. Like, I'm at a place right now where if I go grocery shopping one day, that means that I can only work on, work for like 4 hours that day, tops. Not because that's the only time I have, but because that's all I can make myself do. It's a problem. God fucking damn it! Shit! Hate this game. I love this game. I hate this game. Time itself is a commodity, indeed, and so is the energy I have to do stuff in it. Oh. I still have like a 2-item capacity each day, and this is after I've worked my way up from 0. You feel me then. Been 1.5 years. There was a time when getting dressed was one of those things. Oh man, you definitely understand where I'm coming from then. Ah! I would be interested, if you're comfortable sharing in Revenant, I would be interested to know what diagnosis your care providers associated with that, because my care providers are struggling with a diagnosis. I don't see a reason to think that it isn't depression, but my doctors aren't convinced. They think it might be something else entirely. They don't really have a name for it. And personally, I think that's goofy, but, you know, the more information I have to come to them with, the better. What's frustrating for me is that, you know, I'm very frequently told, like, well, I don't understand, like, you enjoy doing the things you like, you're not constantly feeling sad, so how can you be depressed? And I'm like, bro, I'm on an antidepressant. I have been for most of my adult life. Of course I don't have just rampant, untreated depression symptoms. I'm being treated for depression. How I feel playing most FromSoft, for real. I would like to think I kind of do, but I always hesitate to accurately assume anything, so I think I feel you. No, it sounds like you do. So they feel it doesn't fit a more textbook version of depression. Yeah. Do you want the full elaboration? I mean, just the diagnosis, if that's what you are comfortable sharing. I don't want to, like, put the stream fully in that conversation, if you understand what I mean. No, they understand that depression is more than feeling sad, but like for example, I've never had an ADHD diagnosis, even though I have a lot of symptoms of ADHD, because I don't have impulsivity, and I don't have difficulty focusing on prescribed tasks. So it doesn't make sense to diagnose me with ADHD. But the difference is I'm not being treated for ADHD. I am being treated for depression, so it makes sense that the main symptoms wouldn't be there. The metaphor I've been using with them is like, hold on, if depression is the moon and the drug is a partial eclipse, the part of the moon I can still see is still the moon. It's not now a different celestial body. Ah! Because you know what I bet would happen if I stopped taking my meds? I bet we would see a full moon, ladies and gentlemen. I bet that's what would happen. God damn it! God damn it! I don't know how much more of this I can take today. Da, 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 da. Might switch back to Cocoon at some point. For those who weren't here last week, even though it was an Elden Ring stream, since I was sick, I very quickly came to the conclusion that I was not going to have fun that day playing Elden Ring, so we switched to Cocoon, which is an indie game by Jep Carlson, who made Inside and Limbo, and it's very good, and I like it a lot, and we got like halfway through it. Would you like to stop the game and just chill? That is that's an idea, but I do like gaming when I'm talking with you guys. Sometimes the chat doesn't flow quickly enough for it to make sense for us to do like a just chatting stream, just because, you know, of the number of people here. There have been times where there's been like a constant stream in the chat, but nah, I'm cool gaming. You're sweet though, Ilya. Thank you. I mean, just to talk. No, I know what you mean. I don't have, like, anything I need to vent or get off my chest, if that's what you mean. Other than what I've already said. Just chatting stream? In a bikini, possibly. We can make that a fundraising goal. I'm just kidding, no. You know what I appreciate about good games is that they can make me invested in a setting I'm not really interested in. Despite myself, I am actually quite curious about the world of Jump King. I don't know if there is any lore, but... But I do just have, like, some questions about this world. Like, why is it all straight up and down? Why is Bargainburg built on top of a keep? Why is the keep built on top of a sewer? Why is the sewer built on top of a forest? How do you build a sewer on top of a forest? Why is the Berg built on top of itself? Why is it falling apart? Why does nobody live here anymore? Who is the babe? You remind me of the babe. This may be a controversial opinion, but the stuff I've been talking about where it bothers me when I can't tell the stakes at a situation, that's been my problem with Season 1 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I'm almost finished watching with my friends. They assure me that the writing takes a very high increase, like a spike of quality increase after Season 1, and I hope that's true, because so far I have enjoyed none of the story. I am enjoying, like, watching it with my friends because a lot of it is funny, and I like laughing with my friends and spending time with them, but nothing has happened in the story of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Season 1 that I give a shit about, because all of it is off the cuff, comes out of nowhere, doesn't wind up having any consequences. Like, I could list on one hand the number of things that actually matter long-term in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure's story, and that's not the kind of story I want to spend time on. Okay, maybe not one hand, two hands. Altitude sickness must go crazy in this world. Just say that the money will be used for the mocap class and we'll support it. Yeah, totally. Yeah. All I know about JoJo is that it is a meme. It is every meme, actually. And it has some good memes. There are some amazing JoJo memes, and I do like, if nothing else, I'm glad to have more context for these incredible memes. And I do trust my friends when they say that the writing gets incredible later on. I just don't yet know if I will like it, because that's a different question. But if you haven't noticed yet in this stream, I'm a picky motherfucker. And again, I don't want to be. I wish I liked more things than I do, because then I could like more things than I do. But I've been stuck with these standards, and I have not been able to divorce myself of them. I have not found a way to care about things I don't care about. Eh. No! An anguished cry of regret. Doesn't have consequences. Does he know? No, probably not. I don't know any spoilers about JoJo. I know that Season 2 onwards has stands instead of Hamon, but that's all I know. Everyone just has their own standards, and that's okay. Yeah. I just wish I wasn't so fiery about mine, because at the end of the day, they really are just personal preference. And even though subjectively to me they feel really justified and really rational, and I don't immediately understand how people could feel differently, intellectually, I understand that people feel differently, and so I try to keep that in mind. It's just, sometimes it's difficult because, you know, these preferences are so real to me, they're so tangible for me. What the fuck do I do here? Fuck! God damn it! No! Wait, what's my time? Okay, it took me under 40 minutes to do what previously took me 11 hours. That's pretty cool. Okay, I wrote a thing. It's heavily reduced already, and I'll have to paste it into the chat in smaller chunks, but it's a brief overview of my situation if you're still interested. Why don't you DM it to me on Discord, actually? That way, I don't want you to have to bare your soul in front of a bunch of people, and I'll also, like, frankly, like, I don't want to sidetrack whatever conversations are already going on. So, if you want, you can post that in, like, general or IRL or wherever you like, but you're also free to just DM it to me. Thank you, I appreciate that. Jump King devs probably took inspiration from Mary King's Close, a really old town they just decided to bury and build a new town over. Oh, that's really cool and horrifying. And then, of course, there's Naples. How do you pronounce Naples in Italian? Because I bet it's not Naples. Fun fact, poor people continued to live there for well over a century. That's horrifying. JoJo's great, but it's hit or miss, unfortunately, and some people have completely different opinions on JoJo parts. That makes sense. It is bizarre, after all. Bare your soul or bear? Bare your soul. Like what's his name in Baldur's Gate 3? Bare your soul? I don't even know what that means. Bare is a chemistry term, right? Oh no. He'd be dead. He would have just impaled his skull on that pike. Napoli? Maybe. That sounds real. Halsin, yeah. The bear you can fuck. Oh no. The bear you should fuck. I remember when I first heard about it, people were talking about it in the context of, like, you will not believe how many people said yes to fucking him as a bear. And I'm like, no, actually what I can't believe is how many people didn't say yes to fucking him as a bear. Where's your sense of adventure? D&D is about the impossible. Oh no, 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 no! Why did I do that? I'm getting better. Slowly. Okay, maybe like this? Fuck! At least I scared the bird. That's something. Mm. No! Oh my god. No. But should the bear fuck me? Depends on if it's, fully sentient or not. Have you seen an anatomically correct bear penis? In Revenant, I don't know how to tell you this, but I personally would not be the person fucking the bear. It would be a 3D model representing my actions and intentions in a fictional universe. I'm afraid to get into BG3. It'd probably become another time sink for me, like Monster Hunter. Almost certainly. Perhaps D&D is not for me then? I mean, based on my meme description of it just now, I would not... I would not say that. D&D at its core is just interactive storytelling with a group of friends. Like any tabletop RPG. I do think that the D&D system is, I mean, obviously it's more geared toward a high fantasy setting than anything else, and it is also more geared to, I feel that D&D has a lot of luck involved compared to other some other tabletop systems. Like even Call of Cthulhu uses it uses dice in a similar way to D&D, but the difference with Call of Cthulhu is you're like actively discouraged from, as the person running the game, you're actively discouraged from making your players roll dice. You want to use the die roll whenever there's like uncertainty or conflict involved, but for the most part, you just want to tell a story. So, really, the question isn't, do you want to fuck a bear? You should play D&D. The question is, do you want to tell a story with friends with some luck-based rule sets to add structure? That's the question you should ask yourself. That's a concept I need to learn that you brought up, John. Opportunity cost. Okay, so opportunity cost is ultimately an economics term. It refers to uh, most things in life have an opportunity cost, and the opportunity cost is just when you do one thing, it means that you can't do another because time only moves in one direction. So the opportunity cost of an action is the fact that you will not be able to do any of the things other than that action in that time. So, for example, the opportunity cost of like the opportunity cost of taking my class yesterday was I wasn't able to do our watch party. The opportunity cost of putting off a project for later is that you will have less time to do it later. The opportunity cost of doing all of your work at once before you give yourself any chance to play is that you will lose all of the stress relief and joy that you would have had in that time. The opportunity cost of taking a shift at work instead of calling in sick to do something that could change your life is that you don't change your life. I have no time for luck-based stuff. I feel I have a mixed feeling about luck. I think luck can add a lot of excitement and replayability to a game, but at the end of the day, I tend to prefer games where where the vast majority of whether somebody wins or loses is based on the quality of their decisions. I do prefer that kind of game. Like, there's no luck in Jump King at all. Zero luck in Jump King. Eh. There's a game I really like called Quacks of Quedlinburg. It's a board game. And that game is probably mostly luck, but I can't fully explain why, but I really love that game anyway, even though it does feel like it's mostly luck. Ah! And like in D&D, even though whether or not a single attack hits or misses, that is mostly luck. But whether your party wins or loses the battle, that is not mostly luck. That is mostly decision making, both on parts of the players and on part of the dungeon master. There have been times that I've been the dungeon master, and it's been clear to me that my players are going to win, but they still have a lot of HP to cut through in the enemy. So since they don't actually know what the HP of the enemies are, I just artificially decide on the spot to reduce their max HP and just be like, oh, you won! Because I want to keep the game fun, and it's not going to be fun if they just have to repeat the same behavior over and over if the outcome of the battle is already inevitable. That's one of the cool things about D&D, or any tabletop RPG, is that unlike in a video game where everything is set from the moment the build hits Steam or wherever you're playing it, the experience can be custom tailored to the players on the fly. And that's neat. Oh no. I haven't played D&D in years, though. I got to a point where I was just tired of the framework. High fantasy isn't my favorite kind of setting in the first place, and I just got tired of different ways to save the same world with the same kind of characters. After a while, it started to feel like Rush Hour 6, if you know what I mean. I don't mean specifically Rush Hour 6, but just that idea of how the fuck do I go higher? How am I gonna get onto that? Oh. Oh, that's how. Oh, no. Oh, no! Okay, that's not bad. I'm waiting on crossplay to do a new playthrough with my friend. That sounds fun. I have no time for luck-based stuff. What do you... Wait. But Baldur's Gate 3 is extremely luck-based, unless you're save scumming, which I totally respect. I think that that term sounds so negative, but I think save scumming is a great way to play Baldur's Gate 3 if you have patience for the loading screens. Because, again, it's the same concept as I was just saying. With a human DM, you can fudge some of the roles to make them more forgiving or more punishing based on what would be better for the storytelling. In Baldur's Gate 3, you can't do that because it's all, you know, it's being run by computer code. The computer can't decide if that particular role is really important for you to make for the sake of storytelling. The computer doesn't know. It doesn't know the context of your adventure. It's just following lines of code. And that's why I think that it is completely appropriate to load a save if you really wanted to pass a roll and you don't. And pass the roll. Chances are a good human DM would let you fudge that anyway. It wouldn't even necessarily need to be told. They would just understand from the context of the story that it's important for you to succeed there, and so they could fudge the difficulty class and be like, no, it's actually low enough that that passed. Even though it was a 12. I did enjoy Genshin Impact's D&D quest, though. If you haven't played it, I haven't played it. Highly recommend. But then the question for me becomes, do I want to play a game with some luck and dice-based mechanics that will probably be a time sink? Yeah. No, I'm not debating on whether or not you should play Baldur's Gate 3. It sounds like in your situation, Pazer, you probably shouldn't. It sounds like you already have some time sinks that are taking enough of your attention, and I would not recommend Baldur's Gate 3 for anybody who is not looking for a time sink, because that is what it is. It is a time sink. If you are a bad DM, then you roll the dice and act on the consequences. If you're a good DM, you roll the dice and play with it to dance around it. Rules in that game are meant to be bended. Yeah, absolutely. You are welcome! From the serious topic to quite silly. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. What if D&D, but on Discord? I mean, that is how I've... Not necessarily on Discord, but... No, actually, I think that is how I've played it. Well... Because I started with an in-person group, but that was in my hometown, and although a lot of us have ended up in the same Southern California area, we're still far enough apart that it makes the most sense for us to do it online, and so that's how we did it for years before I stopped. And they still keep going, even though one of my friends recently moved to Texas. Hey Pedro, what's up? You should hang out. Yeah, I'm sure you're right next door. It's not like Texas is big. It's not like Texas is bigger than a lot of countries. Eh. Oh no. Ah! It's funny because with board games, I get really specific about rules. I'll be like, nah, actually, in the footnote on page 37, it does mention that this specific case should be handled this way. But with D&D, I'm like, I don't give a shit what the book says. We're doing it this way because it's fun this way. Oh, man. No, too far! Ah! All good. Did you get some Ice Cream King? I mean, Elena, you just gave that to me like an hour before stream started. I had no time, you see. But I do have some gelato in the freezer, and I will absolutely be eating that today in celebration of your donation. Thank you very much. I don't know if it's authentic gelato. It's from the brand Talenti, if you want to look that up and let me know how good or bad it seems like it is. But I find it to be tasty by my stupid, uncultured American standards. Ow, fuck me. God damn it, shit. God fuck damn it. I don't want to play anymore. I won't go for too much longer. It's already been 2 hours. Ow. My voice is still a little bit sore, just from the combination of being sick last week and screaming my ass off yesterday. Is that a phrase, screaming my ass off? Probably not. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it, god damn it. I don't want to play anymore. I have to stop on at least screen 20. It's important to me that I do my best to always end higher than I start in this game. Ah! Eh. Oh my god, my legs are so sore from yesterday. Ah! I now feel like I've been playing the game of life with the wrong build simply because I happen to lean much more so into English than anyone I know. In a word, it's isolating. That's interesting. Fortunately, English is an incredibly employable skill. So I would not say that you have the wrong build, but it might not be the ideal one for your current current circumstances, and I'm sorry for that. That's a hard feeling to have to live with. Probably why I feel I should have moved to the States with my cousin and his family 20 or so years ago. Oh no, the regret. No, don't do that. Things are what they are. And all we can do with past decisions is decide whether or not we should repeat them if we get the chance. If it makes you feel better, things aren't great here in the US. Although they do seem to be slowly getting better. Maybe. A little. Like, he's dead. He's just fucking dead. Look at that shit. Come on. Come on. No! Fucker. No! Eh. Yeah. 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 What was that you said I am, Pedro? Eloquent? Yeah. Saving BG for when you're 65. Hey, they said that they aren't going to do a BG4, so you've got time. I just mean luck for certain decisions where I'm like really just that one little thing messed up everything. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Or if your save file corrupt, so you load an early one, and then you can't recreate the roles that were integral to the arc of your character 20 hours in the future. I'll be real, if I lost 20 hours of a character, I would just start over from scratch. I would be too defeated to continue onward. But still, yes, in that situation, if you had a more unbreakable spirit than I do, then yes, you would definitely want to recreate those roles. Eh, ooh. I gotta catch up. The idea of losing game content based on some arbitrary luck-based criteria sounds unfun. Yeah, exactly. Uh, the computer does know if you check the setting where a button to disable this, the game actually fudges rules based on in-game checklists. Right, but I mean, in terms of, I do know that Larian did their absolute best to like help you with certain plot points, and I know that um, there's a mechanic so that like if you've been losing a lot of rolls, it will actually load your dice so that you start winning more rolls and vice versa. I know that all of that is in there, but what I mean is there's no way for the game to know that for your personal character, based on hundreds of different factors previously in the game, there's no way for the game to know that it's really important for your character specifically to pass this one check here, where for another character it could be totally inconsequential. You know what I mean? Because at that point, it's just based on things that the designers couldn't have known in advance. Yeah! When I first started, there was another also attempting. He's dead now. Needless to say, he didn't get as far. Ooh, that worked. Okay, good. No! Ah, so close to seeing screen 26. Gotta catch up, gotta catch up, gotta catch up, gotta catch up, gotta catch up. Fun fact, I once spent an entire Christmas day going from the northern tip of Texas to the southern tip. Jeez, like 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. Oh, that's it? That's it? Oh, wait, 1 a.m. Okay, got it. No, that makes more sense. I'm sure your friend is somewhere close by. Yeah. I've recently played a game, and I remember how much shit this game received when it first came out, but almost 20 years, this game is pretty fun. Nice! Whatever it is. End stream back in False King's Keep, don't you dare. How about endings on screen 5? No. I always like when luck involved is something like, do I hit them hard or ultra hard? And not something like, do I hit them hard or do I trip over and lose my trousers? You just described my primary issue with D&D. What did you do yesterday? I had a mocap class, so I was like on all fours a lot. What other languages are the main ones? Where you live, or do you know? Or do you know? Slowly getting better. I'm leaning more toward tolerable. Bisaya is my second language. Should know Tagalog, but I sort of rejected it because of CN, China? Which really influenced me with all the English cartoons. Oh, Cartoon Network? Is that what CN means? But I do think I have the framework to pick Tagalog back up fairly quickly. Probably. I mean, you've heard it all your life, I assume. Japanese too. I think I'm around N4 at best. Nice. Also reminds me the grading system was bonk stressful. 70% is passing is I love my family, but I sort of resent them for ingraining in me the shame of not knowing Bisaya as much as I could. Yeah. Family trauma's tough. Heroes of Might and Magic. I should have known that. An old roommate of mine was very into that series. He tried to introduce me with the third game, but I know this is a little superficial, but I have trouble returning to old games that I didn't grow up with. I have a hard time, like, if it's a really beloved classic, then I'll find a way to get through it just for historical context, if nothing else. But if I didn't grow up with a game and it is now very old, I probably am not going to be able to make myself get through it. Partly because of differences in, standard of quality of life, adjustments to game design, graphics, that kind of stuff. And also partly because I know that there's not going to be, like my friends aren't going to be actively talking about that game. I won't be able to, get excited about it and discuss it with them to the degree that I would be able to. God damn. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Maybe I will end in False King's Keep. I just have trouble playing old games, okay? I have trouble playing old games. I'm breaking. I'm breaking. Green 10. Just for you, Pazer. 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 Third game is ancient, and I don't mind old games, but this game is literally my age old. Oh, who's saying goodnight? Oh, so you on Discord. Also, did you know that if you point to your face and keep screaming bubbles, you can't be serious? That sounds approximately correct. See you later, my dude. Thanks for coming. If people like it, God bless their soul, but I appreciated the novelty of 5. Cool. I might have grown up with Spanish, but my parents didn't teach it to me for various reasons. Now I feel isolated during family gatherings because of that. That's so unfortunate. I know enough to get by, but I'm not fluent. I'm not even conversational in Spanish. I can often get the gist of, conversations I overhear, but that's about it. Because I took 3 years of it in high school, but I still remember most of the vocabulary, but I don't remember any of the grammar. And, of course, there's a lot of vocabulary that in 3 years I just couldn't learn. Not to mention slang, because, they don't teach you slang in high school. So I have found that I'm more likely to understand Spanish that middle-aged people speak than Spanish that younger people speak. Because when middle-aged people speak, it's closer to, frankly, it's closer to the age of the people who wrote the textbooks that I studied from. Then they make fun of me when I do try? What the hell? Like, I'm sure you mean in a good-natured way, but still, what the hell? That's messed up. They should know better. You're trying. Oh. Is traveling abroad, getting work outside of the Philippines an option for you? Sounds like you would have enjoyed more international settings, maybe. The textbook Spanish can also be more Spain Spanish and slightly more formal. Interesting. Um, in I'm pretty sure that in my classes, like we did have some units on Spain Spanish, like Spanish. Um, like vosotros and all that. But for the most part, I think my California education was about Mexican and South American Spanish. Well, I guess Central American and South American Spanish. I think we only had like one Castilian Spanish unit. And both of my I think my third teacher might have been Spanish, but my first and second year Spanish teachers were both from Mexico. Oh no. Okay, next time I get to screen 22, I'm gonna stop there. 22 is the one with the two rooftop pikes, like the two rooftop spikes. Ah! God damn it. Usted es un burro. Hey, fuck you. Also, that's bad grammar. It would be tú eres. Or usted es. But either way, hey, fuck you. Oh, it just occurred to me that usted es and ustedes are kind of hard to tell apart when you just hear them out loud, huh? Oh, I'm on screen to 22. I did it. I'm here. I did it. Jump King! I assume she was talking to me, which is not very nice. Big stretch. My cousin's in California right now, if I remember correctly. His rate is at least 60 an hour, which is super great. That's much better than I make. He 3D prints as a hobby. That's an expensive hobby. And made good money on side commissions, which he finds fulfilling. Happy and envious of him. That's a good life. That's genuinely a good life. I'm happy for him too. In mundane misery together. Indeed, 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 indeed. Okay. That's the stream for today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat some food. I recommend you do the same if it makes sense to do so in your current time zone. So again, this coming Saturday we will actually start Siren. I do not actually have anything on my calendar for next Saturday. I checked. Yeah, I checked. So we'll do that, and we will return to Elden Ring a week from today. And that's all I got for you. I don't really have any special updates right now. I was supposed to be playing Elden while you were streaming, but this was a great chatting stream. It was a great chatting stream. We did a lot of chatting. That was fun. And I actually did technically make some progress in Jump King. Both my highest screen and my ending screen are higher than last stream's highest and ending screens. Didn't want to offend anyone in particular. That's just the little Spanish vocabulary that stuck with... Oh, no, I'm only play offended, Elena. I know that you wouldn't actually just... If you actually wanted to make fun of me, one, I would be surprised, and two, that's the best you can come up with. No, not offensive at all. But it was bad grammar. So there. Before we go... Never mind. Cool! Alright, yeah, that's it. So, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for coming. I had a great time. Hope you did too. And we have a new end screen from Elena that is thematically appropriate. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Thank you, Elena, for the screen. And I'll see you guys later. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. See you later.